What's up, guys? Justin here, aka MHero25. So, due to some technical difficulties, we are watching match two of my three round locals. I was going against Cubics, and my first round got cut because while through the editing process, I accidentally deleted the videos, but that happens. Anyway, so round two, I ended up going against one of my friends, Dev, who was playing pure power, just pure Spyrals, not even lying, pure Spyrals, just like full power Spyrals of the 2020 season. And yep, this is like when it first came out too, so this is like a really old match. But dang, if it doesn't show the ultimate power of Spyrals. So he gets the 1-star spell. Oh my god, I need to get my phone next time and like pull out these cards. So he's going through his usual play of master plan on field. He's going to go through his usual lock board of the 3, which should 3 plus sleeper. I did try to interrupt with Ash Blossom, but it got negated with Called by the Grave, which is a thing. God, that card is so good that Maxi should come back to 3. I'm a very pro Maxi player, so yeah, I'm not gonna hide my bias on that. Goes into his first link 2, which is the field spell replacer, blocker blockade, something like that. It's pretty much chain link blocking, the chain link block card. Adding his sleeper, I believe, and I believe so it was the field spell activates the wow, guys, I'm really bad with this deck. Activates the level 1 spellcaster, and then I'm just waiting for drones to come out. Activates Unicorn because he had to go into Unicorn. He didn't have any to replace. Activates the level 1 spellcaster again to add Big Red to his hand. Master Plan comes out with Big Red. Adding the trap card, something wire, for like free special summoning. Going for a link 2, which should be Helix, good play. Thankfully, he was still learning the deck at the time, so I get some time to commentate as I'm going through it. Quick Fix, that's the bastard's name. Quick Fix, and then activates summons drone's effect to rearrange the top 3 cards of my deck, so that way it's now stacked in his favor and also stacking against me. So now he can go into Super Agent or Tough, call the right card up the top of my deck. It's like Monster. I'm like, that's cool. Y'all didn't see that coming. Gets of course Super. He's going for Tough. Links to a Unicorn and Tough for Apollosa with 2 counters on it, and makes a link 2 overlaying into a link for rank 1 to get DD Crow, and yeah, this is where he's gonna go into the break my board. So it's gonna be Apollosa versus Sleeper with Trigate Wizard, Phoenix, and Helix on the end board. And it really doesn't take much to explain what's going to happen in the end, but it's more of how you get there that does matter with the Spiral plays, I guess, because a lot of people I've noticed have now cut out the rank 1, at least the builds I've seen from YCS, from the 3v3 YCS and the one in Germany. So link play into Phoenix, special summoning Sleeper the hard way by banishing 3, equipping it with last resort, and so no break my board. So here is where I got cheeky, and we actually got time extensions on this one. Where Arthao does its 2,000 damage. So what I love about Dinos is that they already inherently have a way to get around this if you have Miscellaneous Sarosaurus in hand, and if you have 2, it's even better. So what I'm going to do here is, since he doesn't have and I have Super Poly, even better. So I use all 3 to get my my Link 3 Dragon Armaduke, which is like, screw you and your board. I'm gonna like take away all your negation, so all he has now is pops. So now he's forced to face this big old beater on his board, and I'm like thinking, oh gosh, does this card have an effect? Activate Fossil Dig because there's no negations. I'm like, go do anything you want. DD Crow right now would not even do much to me because it does not negate. It does cause hindrances, but nothing of a big deal. So I'm gonna summon Oviraptor. Oviraptor effect. He's gonna activate to pop both. I'm like, that's fine. And I was like reading Armaduke, like, does it have a graveyard effect? It doesn't. But you know, it was still like the first week of that meta, so I was like, yo, this is so weird. So I still get to do my dump, which is Quatless to add Double Evolution Pill. Now he's reading Double Evolution Pill, and he's scanning the graveyard to see, like, okay, do I have another non-dino, and do I have a dino? I do have 2 dinos already, so that's already locked in. So now he's going to use DD Crow to banish my non-dino, which is... Oh, he's doing Quatless. Why would you do that? I already have, like, one in my grave. I guess he forgot. To get UCT, and the pop's already been used, so now I can just freely run over it. But now I honestly am trying to like force the set because it's more problematic later on and it doesn't die. So I'm like, I can attack multiple times, but it can't, not in this way. So anyway, he's just taking big damage. Past turn, and this is where like he pops, and yeah, this is where actually I start to spiral downhill because I cannot get over that, because like that simple pop is devastating to me, and I just can't maintain a board. Like a lot of people still have a problem getting over Sleeper because of that simple like let me just pop your board, especially when you've already wasted so many resources like I did on my first turn. But that happens. So now we're just gonna start trekking along, trying to survive, and I just can't do anything. At a certain point, I'm just trying to learn the deck. So now I'm just, yeah, accept the fact that I'm now losing. So I'm just like, Petit Pterodon, please save me. And then he, I don't think he gets called by the grave. So I get to get Oviraptor effect. Thankfully, he has no negation, so I can still go off. So I'm like debating, what can I do here? What can I do here? What can I do here? Because I am really, really in a bad spot. There's not much I can do, so I'm deciding to add UCT to hopefully draw into Misk into my hand and hopefully get over it, but it is still a big if, because I'm top decking, which is terribly, terribly bad for this deck. And he draws his spellcaster, his Eternal Soul, not Eternal Souls, but Magician Souls. And yeah, just free material, free popping your board. Like he's link summoning on me just because he can. And yeah, I'm like scooping it up, finally accepting the fact that I have lost. There's not much of a comeback there. I'm down in life points way too much. I'm down in resources way too much. There's not a lot I can do to really help me out here. So this is where siding comes in handy, and I took a note from Simo and his idea of you play more with your side deck than your main deck in tournament, and that's true. Because now I decided to tech in my other cards, which is personally I don't like playing Nibiru in any sense, just because Nibiru is really tough on a lot of matchups. Because like if you don't have it in your opening hand, it's dead, and if you draw it, it's a dead draw. It's a waste of a card. So I'm personally going with my choice of this particular format, which is Raw Sphere mode. Raw Sphere mode will do a lot more work because I can selectively get rid of cards, and though dinos do need the normal summon, we don't necessarily rely on it if we can get to our necessary pieces, which is like, you know, Foolish Burial, Fossil Dig. Any way to dump cards into the grave, it's pretty easy. Pankrotop special summon, and then with, again, Misk being still at 3, and hopefully staying at 3 by Eternity Code and going onward, we're going to have our little Jewel Dinosaur coming out, which will like really just make the deck so much more consistent. Like, I'm so excited about that format. It's going to be so good. So, starting off the duel, I my opponent doesn't know I'm ready for him, so I'm like opting for him to go first because I want him to build his board, because that board is easier for me to handle when I know it's on, when it's what's already there, what's already present. So he activates his Magician Soul. No. Yeah, Magician Souls. So sending Master Plan to grave for cost. So plus. And this is where he makes the board of like multiple negates and great things. There's great things for this deck. Now, I remember this duel so clearly because I had to take so long my first turn debating what do I do, because I have in my hand Frostsphere mode, Soul Eating Oviraptor, and Miscellaneous Aerosaurus. I have two of them, and I think a Lost World in my hand. I'm debating what would be more crucial and helpful for me in my play. So as he's building his board with Quick Fix and Master Plan, in this point, I'm not really paying attention to it. I'm more debating already, what do I do to answer this board? Because it's gonna be a hard one if the ruling doesn't go in my favor. Because when it gets to it, I'll explain what happened, and it actually does make a difference to how the play would have gone off. Goes into barrier blocker, links into a link 3, which should be link 2, which is Helix effect to do shenanigans. Adding Big Red to hand, activating the field spell, and then I don't know what he's doing. Again, this is like a really old duel, so it's not fresh in my mind. I'm just like, wow, what am I doing here? Summons drones effect to put the top 3 in any order, and this is where I'm like, I didn't care. This is where I was like, okay, fine, whatever, because my opening hand was already what I needed to be. I didn't care what else he put on top. So again, this is why I prefer Sphere mode over Nibiru, because right now Nibiru would be more of an answer, but it's so easy for them to go to Appaloosa first, which they do now instead of going Appaloosa last, because like it's so much easier and better for them to like have multiple negations already on their turn and your turn. Goes into Unicorn. This is where I'm like, oof. And somehow my camera is moving. I don't know what happened there, but someone moved my camera. Thank you. Into a more aligned format here. Okay, so now he is linking away for the rank 1, getting his DD Crow, link something into the Appaloosa. And this is where I think the board just changed, because he's like, I don't want to get super polyed again, because he's looking at me, he's like, he's not scared, he's not worried. I'm like, yeah, I'm not worried for multiple reasons. So we're going through the play. Gosh darn this glare! I'm sorry, guys. This glare sucks. It's hard to duel in my locals right now because it's such a tight space. So like actually having camera room is very difficult. Like as you can see, like I got lucky where I have like enough room on the side of by the life point counter, but it's not doing too much. Hard summons Sleeper, sets 1, and he passes turn. So it's not the unbreakable board, but this is still problematic where it's like, okay, he has Sleeper, can't really do much. So activate Terraforming. So I guess I didn't have Lost World, but I had Terraforming. So it gets me Lost World. So he has no negation whatsoever to really interrupt my plays, and honestly, this is where I get really smart. So I'm debating for the longest time because I want to break his board, but I could do it in multiple ways. Now, the ruling here was Misk being a quick effect and how many you can activate in a chain. Now, the issue here was that we had the problem where it was like, no, Misk is like once per turn. It doesn't have any wording where it's like not like a quick effect, but because it's a hand trap, it should have the same, capability of you know, a hand trap where you can activate multiple of it if you can. So first I blind Cosmic Cyclone into... No, I didn't blind Cosmic Cyclone. No, I did blind Cosmic Cyclone. I hit the wire. And now I'm like debating, do I want to sphere mode his board and not summon? Because that's actually not that great. Or do I want to go into Quatless, go into Overtex and get more of it. So I'm adding the double miss. This is like so I can make sure I'm double safe because I've already one in hand and I have another. I just added a second one. So now he's like, okay, sure. Now he's gonna like try and chain. So now I'm gonna force it. So before anything else happens, I activate Misk. Well, first after like the longest debate of my life, activate Misk. Then he chains and I activate Misk again. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna chain it again to negate it. I'm like, dude, you can't. It's once per chain because I'm doing this all in like that's chain link 3. And then again, you pause, have the longest. Oh no, this is when you realize like, oh yeah, wait. And then this is when we get the pause the duel. We get an extension on time because it was like, no, that's not how he works. I'm like, yeah, that's how it works. So we pause, we're chilling, and we're just talking about life. And it's very crucial at this point because this actually does turn the tide of the duel very, very much so. And I'm just like, hey, come on, let's play some patty cake, let's chill. Because in the end, either you got this and you got 2-0'd, or I got this and we're going to game 3. And, you know, I'm getting trash talk because apparently I don't know how to play rock, paper, scissors. And I'm just like, yo. And I'm like, I said, like, if I lose, I give my watch up. And he's like, no, please give that back. It's my dad's watch. I don't want to lose that. Never make bets that you're not willing to be okay with the result with. Never make bets like that. So, we're talking amongst yourselves and you're like, okay, the ruling should go this way because, like, again, Misk does not state in anywhere that it is once per turn or it's not a quick effect. So this is more of like your knowledge of how card mechanics work. And in all honesty, this is where I honestly could have avoided all of this and just said Oviraptor summon Oviraptor activate effect. He activates Apollosa. I chain with that, and then if he activates the Spiral Sleeper, I can chain again. But I didn't want to do that because I had Lost World in hand because I really wanted to extend the board to the point where I am 100% comfortable. Like I did not want to lose this duel if I could avoid it. So, waiting. Da, 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 da. Okay, and he comes back, and the ruling is in my favor. Pretty much like, yeah, that's how it's gonna work, so we're gonna keep going with that. I'm like, yeah, it sucks, but that's how Yu-Gi Mons works. So now we're gonna continue. Continue on to with the plays. He activates CD Crow. I'm like, okay, that doesn't really matter because it doesn't change much of anything in this game state. So now, because either way, it's like it's still resolved. It didn't happen to have it. So I'll activate Lost World. Apollosa cannot negate spell cards, which is something I need to remember, like on future references. And this is where I'm still debating because I have not committed to my normal summon yet, but I could still break his board, but I'll end up in a very precarious position. And in either way, it's like those 2 cards in my hand is Oviraptor and Ra, and it's very, very scary for me. Very, very scary. So FYI, the video is coming to an end. We did end up rolling for it, and then I ended up getting it in time. So yay for me. But this is just crazy how I just broke this board. Like I was so scared for Spyrals being the most OP deck of the format, and I ended up breaking it like that. So summon, Oviraptor effect, and I go off. So yeah, just in case this video cuts off, I just want to say thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you enjoy these matches. I like recording them and I like commentating on them. Please let me know if I can do anything better to improve your viewing experience. But yeah, with that being said, this is Justin, aka M Hero 25, signing out, and enjoy the rest of the duel.